What's crappening? Yeah, I'm just chilling like a villain. Man, man, it's getting crazy out here. I mean, it's so damn crazy. I mean, I don't know how these people out here have time to make cheap shots against people like myself. Even though, hey, I'm rife for getting cheap shotted because it's like there's nothing really I can say against you. You know what I'm saying? Without looking like what people stereotype people like me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's cool. That's the way of the world, man. I mean, there's got to be someone who's lowlier who can have fruit tossed at them and get thrown down the hill and kicked in the river and you know just made a spectacle out of. Because when you look at it, I mean, this is how that works. It's like, all right, man, my life sucks. I hate life. Everything sucks. I'm not content. But man, you look at people like me and you be like, man, I am so righteous. Look at that guy. Man, he is just such a slob, man. He is so lazy. Man, look at his beard. What does he idolize? ISIS. Oh man. Uh man, I bet you he owes taxes. You know what I'm saying? I mean basically. It's the way I feel about it, which is fine. That's fine. Go ahead, listen. Make fun of my beard. I mean, how you get beard and effeminate uh is beyond me because I mean beards and effeminacy do not mix. You know what I'm saying? An effeminate person would never even consider even growing a beard in the first place. But I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, it's based on what I see as facts. But other people could argue otherwise. Yeah, I mean, do I deserve to get knocked? Yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna go and knock and call ISIS, these manly men who worship a goddess. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna knock the Vatican. I'm gonna knock the CIA. I'm gonna knock the NSA, FBI, the motherfucking COINTELPRO. I'm fucking knocking the Black Panther Party, Communist Black Panther Party. I'm saying things about Obama. Man, I look. I mean, of course, man, people are gonna ridicule me. Uh, but here's the thing, man. You can ridicule me and my opinions, the way I look, the things I practice. I'm into kung fu. Yeah, that might seem stupid in this day of instant death with guns and other methods, vaporization chambers and things. So it seems very old school and very it almost seems superstitious and outdated. Uh, so I can you know people knocking me. It's fine. Plus to study. I mean, listen, if you study all the time, you're going to be poor. I mean, most people who are going to college, not that I am, but I study just as hard as some of these people that do go to school. And some of them do make it, some of them don't. They took a gamble, and a lot of them lose. Just because I said I took a gamble doesn't mean I like to gamble. I gamble rarely. I'm pretty good at actual gambling, but I'm just saying taking a gamble is like this. There's no necessary. This ain't necessarily gonna pay off. Even by making these videos and trying to talk to people, I mean, it's gonna pay off for someone, but it's not gonna be me. I mean, there's a way. I know you people, man, get to see my content beyond YouTube. Whether you're watching me from the house, whether you're ripping my shit out the air, whether you got hackers, uh, got my shit bugged. I don't know, but I know you are. It's no big deal. I don't care too much. You already had this access anyway. I'm just aware of it now. But here's the thing: the truth that I be bringing to you is real. It doesn't matter if I'm a piece of crap, if I don't work enough for you, if I don't abide by what laws you think I should. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take away from the truth I'm dropping on you. I mean, you can talk, about like I said, man. You can look at superficial things and let that be the catalyst for your judgment mechanism. which lets me know, man. It's like, look, you shouldn't be no judge if that's how you judge things. It doesn't take a rocket science. It doesn't take Indiana Jones, man, to figure that out. But either way, man, I don't too much care. I guess, if I'm gonna sit here and if I'm gonna draw an opinion, my opinion, just because it's in my opinion, does not mean that it's wrong. Doesn't necessarily because it's my opinion does not mean it is right. But just because it's my opinion doesn't mean it's wrong. Just because I have a beard, my hat a dog chewed on, this bandana doesn't match this fucking hoodie, and my pants are a different color. That doesn't take away from the fact just because I'm wearing these clothes and I have this particular way of looking, man, doesn't take away from what's in here, which you cannot see. But you can't see it expressed through the things that I say and the things I pay attention to. And also, listen, there's a lot of things I can do that about 70% of people cannot do. So, I mean, not trying to feel elitist or even say I'm better than anyone. It's like, no, I've dedicated that much time to these things. I should be good at them. I should be very good at them. And I am very good at a lot of things. These things just don't happen to be commodities to where I can exploit people to make a living, you know, which is fine by me too, because it's like, if some of this stuff, I guess everyone doesn't need to know everything I know because it's dangerous. Not, I have to toil with knowing things that I know, but not exploiting it. You know what I'm saying? For somehow some kind of self gain at someone else's expense. I have to toil with that daily because there's been times in my life when I said that mechanism wasn't there. It was like, do it. Hey, it's gonna benefit me. I should do it. Who cares? Uh, in the end, but I do care. I guess I always cared, but I try to pretend I didn't. And I see people take it following that same path all the time, and it's just either they're fighting with themselves or they're portraying themselves as they are not. And when they are being engaged in their true self, I just recognize it because look, yeah, I've been there before. We've all been trained to be that way. It's the supreme Willie Lynchery. It's like you got to be against me, I got to be against you. We got to be against the women. The children got to be against us and the women, and then we got to be against the elites, and the elites got to be against the Muslims, and the Muslims, and the Christians, and the Jews, and the atheists. This whole paradigm gets fucking expressed over and over and over again. It's just supreme Willie Lynchery, man. It's like, listen, I don't care if you care more about your personal, your hygiene, the way you present yourself. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean nothing to me. You could be shining. You could be a shimmering, shining serpent, just full of light. And I could see this tar baby over here, nothing to do with race. I'm just saying someone who fell in a pit of tar and came out. And I'm not gonna judge either of you how you look. I'm gonna say, all right, the shimmering serpent guy, he's probably greedy, and he is definitely self-conscientious. So he's into self, Satanism, aka. And then Tar Baby, well, he could be just pretending that he's more, outdoorsy than he is. He might just be a fool that fell in a tar pot, or maybe it blocks sunlight, and it increases lifespan. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just because the guy looks silly and he's all black, all you can see is white eyes. Someone could have tarred him. He could have jumped in the tar himself. He could have fell in there. I don't know. Who am I to judge? Why not go before I make a judgment? Why not go ask the man and be like, "Hey, sir, do you need help? You look like you have tar all over you. Could I assist you? Could I go buy some diesel fuel and we'll give you a tar bath?" You know what I'm saying? That's how the real spirit of brotherly love it goes. It's not, holy shit, look at that guy, he's black, let's fucking throw him up in the tree. Wait, that's a white guy who fell in tar, so he looks black. Let's throw him in a tree anyway. You know what I'm saying? For example, you know what I'm saying? I say things that I'm not necessarily, I don't think these things. I just know people think these ways because I've seen them. Come on, man. I've conversated with people. I've chilled with white supremacists. I chilled in the hood with the brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's just I've chilled in a house full of foreigners, Mexican or Spanish, whatever, Latino speaking men, and they all looked at me like this, and they didn't say anything. And then they were like to each other, man. You know, I've lived with fucking people from the Middle East and listened to them arguing with each other. So look, trust me, I'm no stranger to people that are different from me, and and I consider them brethren, far off brethren, but neighbors nonetheless. So I mean, we all are human beings, regardless of your tradition, your heritage, your culture, your language, your appearance is different from mine. But when we strip away all these superficial labels, in the core belief systems, we're all the same. We're all capable of good things. We're all capable of bad things. We all have the same snares, things that catch us up, the same things we trip and stumble over. We all have the same things because I mean, really, when it comes down to it's air, water, food. Then after that, you got shelter. Then you got family, like wife, children, things of that nature. But if I ain't breathing, I'm dying. If I ain't drinking water, I'll be dying soon. If I ain't eating, I'm gonna be dying eventually. But hey, if I don't have no people, I'm dying inside anyway because look, we ain't meant to be alone forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just these are how these things connect to each other, just like we are connected to each other. I mean, you think I know you can hear me, and I'm letting you know I hear you too. You know, I don't hate you. I'm not mad at you, man. It's just, man, it's just weird though, you know. I know people mean well, but I mean, are they just willing to go all the way? You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking no one to take up arms for me. You know what I'm saying? At all. I ain't asking no one to come submit themselves or jump off this cliff. Cause I ain't trying to jump off a cliff neither. So why would I ask you, hey bro, do you got the faith to jump off that cliff? What kind of false fucking friend would I be if I'd even ask of something that I wouldn't do? It's like, no, hey, I'm gonna jump off this cliff. If you trust me, you'll jump with me. If you don't, I don't blame you because this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of guy I am. It's just, look, we're gonna go into this knowing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna know the risk. We're gonna know the reward. And if we make it out on the other side, yeah, I'm splitting the booty up equally, or I'm at least giving everyone what we agreed upon and what they provided that it's worth for their services, man. I mean, it's just that's the thing about being a person that just keep it real, man. Be honest, man, and just stay, give people what you agreed upon, not even necessarily what they're worth. I mean, because if they're what they're worth, you pay them more, you pay them some extra. But what we agreed upon is fair, because if as long as we come in this and we end up with what we agreed upon, everyone is in the clear, is in the okay. There's no blood on no one's hands or head.